Now I'm developing a severe problem, but whatever. You guys watch the videos and enjoy them. I mean, I'm buying games I'm going to play, so it's not that bad of a problem, right?
Sure, Jan.
A book is a gift you can open again and again, unless you don't like that book. So I'm going to ignore that warning and not eat the books. Welcome back to Unbox and Conquer. I have here today a place for all my books. It is a cozy board game about collecting good books and the joy of organizing them. Example of an introvert's life who really likes books. There's social batteries, and you go out and you collect books and you try to figure out the puzzle and objective cards. So I got this off Kickstarter, which is where I get 90% of my games now. I'm developing a severe problem, but whatever. You guys watch the videos and enjoy them. I mean, I'm buying games I'm going to play, so it's not that bad of a problem, right?
Sure, Jan.
I got the bookcase edition with the neoprene add-ons, and there are, I think, 6 mats in here. Why don't we just look at those now? These will replace the game mats in the box, but these are like very affordable. A lot of the times when publishers add neoprene game mats and all that, it's like $30, and you don't get as much detail in it. These are very well printed. But no, these are like $20. Oh, they're double-sided. Nice. Nice for larger player accounts. This is a town mat, and then these will be your player mats. So we have 4 different colors for the different characters. Social batteries, your apartment where you'll be putting these feel nice too. I will definitely enjoy moving my components around on these. But we haven't even gotten to the interior, which we will go into now because we need to look at the game. Also, who did the art? And who made this game? So it's a 1 to 4 player game for about 60 minutes, made by Smirk and Dagger. I know the artist was mentioned a lot on the campaign, and there we go. Naomi Lord did all the illustrations. They are very nice. I don't know the style, but I'm seeing this sort of style on a lot of things now. I bought a comic book recently that also had a similar aesthetic. Not copying this artist, but it had like a, not quite anime, but not quite cartoon. So I remember in the campaign, one of the things they offered was this slipcover because they wanted to showcase the art. Previously, the bookcase edition was only going to have this cover, which looked like a book, which I thought was pretty cool. And then the standard edition would have the art, but people wanted the art for the top edition. This is basically what this is. We got a slipcase, which is fine with me, but the case opens up like a magnet. A book is a gift you can open again and again, unless you don't like that book. So we have our rule book. Oh, it's a thick, yep. Oh, they use some good quality paper on this thing. So it's full color. Now this game looks pretty simple, but it's got some complexity that you probably wouldn't be expecting it. And then we have a sheet of warning, not suitable for children to choke. Well, I don't have any children, so I'm going to ignore that warning and not eat the books. So this is what the game will come with. That is a nice thick town board. So this is, let me move the, I don't know if I can get, nope, can't get it in frame. Anyway. So here's what the game comes with for the board. Here is the player mat. I think the player mat is more vibrant than the player board that comes with the game. Both are good. I'm just making comparisons, so that's what I do. Double-sided for player counts. So this is 1 to 3 players, and this is 4 players. And that's because each game is a day, and you gotta track the sun. This is the 4-player side. There we go. So that is a thick board. And then we have the player mats. Now, if you watch any of the preview videos for this game by the other YouTubers who get preview copies, I don't at this time, their player boards look like thin cardstock, basically. And that was a concern during the campaign. Everyone was like, are they going to be that thin? Oh, no, they're thick. That is a thick player board. This is perfectly what I would expect in a player board. I know there's a misprint on the red, but it means the same thing. They just changed the wording slightly. So if you notice that in your copy, don't worry about it. So these are the player boards, but I have neoprene mats. So where's the blue mat so we can get an accurate comparison? So I can see that the red tones, at least on this, are turned up a bit off of this. Both are good. I like how clear it is. The printing was really excellent. It's easy to read, but if you don't want to use neoprene player mats, use the boards. These are still good. I don't know what I will play on first. One second. Okay, so we're going to look at the Kickstarter exclusives for the backers, which are these bookmarks and these cards. I mentioned in a video that I filmed the other day, I don't know which one comes out first, but it was the Storyful Wildwoods video, that I seem to be getting a lot of games with bookmarks. So here's another game with bookmarks, but this does make sense. I mean, it made sense with Storyful too. So these are going to be bookmarks in the art style of the player characters with some quotes, it looks like, on them. And they're quality bookmarks. I like them. I will be honest though, I don't know when I'm going to use them. Every time when I seem to start a book, I tend not to have a bookmark near me, and I end up using like a napkin as my bookmark. But these are nice bookmarks. Kickstarter exclusives. And here are these. These will have 6 new neat stuff cards, and then they will also have alternate art cards. Let's see what we got going on here. Yes, there will be 4 alternate art cards, which is right here for your player characters. We will compare those when we get to the version in the box, and you get 6 neat stuff cards, which every introvert bookworm wants neat stuff, which are, I believe you could have bought. No, I don't know. Not going to say that. So these are neat stuff cards that are exclusive. And then we get 2 thank you notes for the match. Thank you, with thanks to all our backers. So this is also a neat stuff thank you note. It will go in there. But this is just a card that says thank you to the backers. That's very nice. I am glad I could help bring this game to fruition. It looks like a pretty damn awesome game, and I am a homebody introvert. There is a solo mode with Penelope ever ready. You will be drawing your books from this bag. It's a velvet bag with an embroidered logo. Feels like a very good sturdy bag. They did not spare any expenses here. So we have our player tokens for moving around the board. Screen printed. So we have 1 for Penelope. And we have a backpack, which is the first player icon. But these are your 4 player maples. Penelope. Come on, Penelope. There she is. Penelope and the backpack. So you have to carry your books. So those are the meeples of the game, but the bulk of the game is going to be the books and the cards. So you also have these little player markers. Now this is what you use when you are moving up your social battery. So you'll be placing your little colored icon up the track and then bringing it down the track. As you spend your social battery going out into the world and dealing with people. Here is some little cats. Some little lucky cats. They are wood. Not sure what they do in the game. Then we have... Don't remember what you do in the game either. God damn it. I should know this. I've watched enough. Anyway, we have screen printed books. Let me see if you can see those. Yeah, there we go. Screen printed books. Now, you are going to be stacking these books because you're going to be doing puzzles where you have to have a certain number of books, a certain height, and certain combos, like 2 reds, 2 blues, and a yellow might be one of the goals. And you're going to be moving them around your apartment to complete the objectives so that you can get the points at the end. This is a competitive game. Even though it's very cute and cozy, it's still competitive. And then you have this stack of cards. Lots and lots of cards. This will be neat stuff cards. Get out of here. And okay, so we're going to have major accomplishments, which are, see, this is what I was talking about, how they tell you how you want your layout at the end of the game to be. I believe it's at the end of the game for the major accomplishments. Or whenever you can complete this major accomplishment, you get the card, and you're going to get points. And then you're going to, we got a lot of cards. We got neat stuff cards. We have Penelope Ever-Ready solo cards. We have our player cards, which we will be comparing soon. And then we have a whole bunch of little projects. Little projects is like your smaller objectives to complete to get points. To get your points so you can win. Everybody wants to win. So you have a bunch of little projects. And then you have your neat stuff. Neat stuff kind of gives you like special abilities. Like when you acquire this, draw 2 little projects. Each time you rest, draw a little project. Because you want to be able to complete the little projects to get more points. We'll be mixing in the neat stuff we got for the thank you pack into this deck when I play. Because that's the point of it. So your rival cards, your Penelope, so she gets her, this is her player board. She does not really have an apartment. She collects cards, and I think I don't remember how to set her up, but there is a way. But she, like, the harder she gets, the more pain you feel. So we'll just stick those back in like so. Now let's look at these alternate art cards. So here is the thank you pack. And here is what the game comes with. So, okay, I see how it is. So basically, the game cards are going to have the same logo on the player board. So, we'll use blue since she's here. So, that's the special card. There's the standard card. The writing is still the same, but the art is different. That is all. So it will not affect gameplay, whichever one you are playing with, but it's an aesthetic choice for backing the game, so we get some extras. So that is basically what is in the Place for All My Books box. It's not, I still don't know what these are for. I bet it'll tell me in the rule book. And I feel like we need to look that up because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't know what these... They're lucky kitty tokens! I should have figured that out on my own. So we'll just put those back in here with all the rest of the maple stuff. Should fit pretty easily. This doesn't have too much. We will repackage the special thank you cards just so when I open this up with my gaming group, I can run them through the specialness of them, and they can be like, ooh, ah. Did I forget to put these back? I did. These go in here. My bad. I don't know if you can call this a worker placement game, maybe? So that is everything in Place for All My Books. It's got a lot of room. I will not have trouble. I'm pretty sure the neoprene, well, I don't know. Let's see. Do the neoprene mats fit in the box? They do. The neoprene mats fit in the box. Everybody, we have a new winner for that. There's the bag. Oh wait, now I get the rule book. But, unfortunately, they fit. They do not fit with the standard cardboard boards, though. So, you will have to make a decision. Do you want to play with the cardboard boards, or do you want to play with the neoprene boards? But they both don't fit in the box. So that will be up to you. And now I have the hiccups. I don't know. Could I? Let's put this bag and Penelope. Still a little finagling. Put Penelope at the bottom. Let's put this bag, this nice bag, right here. The only problem is because we can't put anything right here due to the, because they're boards and they don't roll up into things. And it's not big enough for me to roll the mats up. But we will see what happens if I try to squish all this in here. Alright, so it's definitely above the lid. Yeah, you don't have to make a choice. Neoprene or cardboard. Right now, I'm going to leave the neoprenes in, because that's what I want to play with. And I will put the cardboard box ones in the neoprene package so that they don't get messed up. And we'll hang on to them in case like one of the neoprene mats gets messed up at the game night from people's sticky fingers. I hope they don't mess it up, but you never know when someone's going to accidentally spill a drink. Life happens. And here's my advice to people when life happens. Just roll with it. It's not the end of the world if something gets a little damaged. It will be sad, but it's a game. It's meant to be played. Hopefully you never have to have your game destroyed by coffee, but don't let it get you down. So that's a place for all my books. If you like my content, like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what your favorite book is, and I will see you in the next one.